Hi there, my name is Wolf Asian Yenbear, and we are about to face Clooney of the New England Primates. This is the GFA, our first match of the GFA. If you don't know what that is, I made a whole video about that. It aired last Tuesday. So go check that out. It's on my channel. If you're interested in what's actually going on and you don't really know what's happening, it's kind of a long video. You only really have to watch the first like 10-15 minutes of it to actually understand what the GFA is, and the rest is just what Pokemon I drafted, what Pokemon everyone else got, and whatnot. So if you're a little confused by this video, go check out them. But before we go face Clooney, I wanted to go over my actual plan for the match, because again, these matches are very thought out. You have to go and actually really plan for them. So I figured, hey, let's do like little short intro plan things before the matches and whatnot. I don't know. It seemed like it would be an interesting idea at the time, but looking at Clooney's team, I realized very, very quickly that I was outwalled. And that's kind of a weird thing to say, but I realized, hey, if I brought Chansey Cress, it really couldn't do much against this team, especially because he had Gliscor, and that was Gliscor and Conkeldurr, but mostly Gliscor was what I was focusing on. And that thing is, I'm thinking, is probably going to give me some issues. I knew if I brought Chansey and Cress, it's slower than Gliscor. Gliscor can just Toxic Stall me, Toxic Sub Protect, and that set's really annoying to deal with, and it would honestly, 1-for-1 against Chansey and Cress, it would destroy me. I really just wouldn't have a chance, and that would be really bad. So instead of going what I had sort of planned and what I'm hoping he's planning for me to do, instead of going Chansey Cress and bringing some walls and going a little slower, I'm actually going to be playing a hyper offensive team. It's not usually something I love to do, but I think I need to keep up the pressure, especially for that Gliscor, and make sure that thing cannot get behind a sub. I have 4 Pokemon that have moves to make sure Gliscor, 4 out of my 6 that make sure Gliscor cannot keep a sub up. I'm running 2 Hidden Power Ices, Ice Beam Moncurum, and what was the other one? And Ice Beam on Nidoqueen. So all designed to make sure that Gliscor cannot get behind the sub, because if it does, we run into some issues. And that was the threat number 1 I was worried about. And threat number 2 is the Conkeldurr. That thing, if he does bring it, it's going to be difficult to take down. There's a lot I have that can, I think, 2-hit KO it. I have all the calculations down. But I think that thing can easily 2-hit KO me, and it has priority on a lot of my mons, so it's going to be very, very difficult to beat the Conkeldurr as well. So it's just going to depend on how things play out. And the third threat I was really worried about was the Mega Gardevoir. That thing I'm going to have to catch on a switch, or otherwise just maybe beat with Mega Pinsir or Curum. Mega Gardevoir has huge amounts of power, can really decimate my team if I give it the chance, and I don't really have a dedicated counter to that. But if I can somehow catch it on the switch with Nidoqueen with a Sludge Wave, that will basically ensure Gardevoir it won't be a problem. As much as I did want to bring Rocks for this match, considering the fact that really he only has Gliscor to get rid of them, I couldn't waste the move slot. And I really feel like in this matchup, if I give him a turn from me to set up Rocks, I lose the momentum. And that's really going to be the key thing here, is making sure I maintain momentum. And my plan here is really, I want to trade 1-for-1s for most of the match, and at least try to get like 1 or 2 2-for-1s. And I think if I can continue to do that, that's a plausible way to win. And I don't know, that's really what I'm going for here. I'm a little worried. I don't know, the Gliscor and the Conkeldurr together kind of make me a little bit afraid. I'm running Cresselia specifically to counteract the Conkeldurr. I know I think Knockoff is a 3-hit KO, fully invested, and on Crest, so I can take that Moonlight up and then just slowly wear that thing down with Psychic. As far as some other stuff, the Haxorus The Milotic and the Haxorus could be issues. The Haxorus, if it sets up, could be a problem. I'm making sure that it can't sweep me with outrage by bringing Gardevoir as well. It'll be important to keep that thing around until Haxorus is gone. Then I'll feel a little bit more willing to sack off Gardevoir and Gardevoir's choice Scarf this match. So I'm hoping, worst comes to worst, I can Moonblast it, and you know, that would hopefully end me in a good situation. And the Milotic, I think that thing's gonna just be a bulky wall to try to get through. The only thing it really hurts a lot is the Infernape, but I have U-turn, so I can make sure I get out of that matchup. And really, the Milotic is just going to be an obstacle I have to push through. One thing some of the other people had mentioned in the GFA chat was that Mega Pinsir could possibly sweep, which I'm thinking about. Right now it has Protect because I wanted to scout out for HP Rocks. But I might switch that to Swords Dance before the match actually happens. I'll let you guys know when the match starts. I'm trying not to make this too long. But yeah, outside of that, that is my game plan. Trade 1-for-1s and 2-for-1s. Breaks through Gliscor and Conkeldurr. And then really, if I can do that, I think I have the match. I just got to make sure I don't lose momentum. And maybe we'll see a Mega Pinsir sweep if I decide to have Swords Dance on here. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys very, very soon. It's going to transition right to it with the battle. Hey guys, I'm back with the actual battle with Clooney from the New England Primates. New England Primates. Get the teams mixed up every once in a while. I have my calcs up, I have my team up, and let's just get into this. See how well we do. I am a little bit nervous. Just like I said, this is my first GFA battle. It's his as well, but hoping I actually predicted everything well and good. I don't see the Gliscor, which makes me a very, very happy person. The Conkeldurr is still there. He did bring the Magmortar. I think I brought Earthquake on the Demon Lord Pinsir. I did not. But basically, I am going to be able to OHKO that Magmortar pretty easily. I'll worry about that thing later. The Milotic is going to be a bit of an issue, like I mentioned before. That thing is just going to be an obstacle we're going to have to break through, and I'm going to have to make sure I save either Pinsir or Infernape for that Blissey. The Florges, I'm a little surprised he brought, considering I have Aegislash in my roster, but since I didn't bring Aegislash, it might actually be an issue. He's got a very powerful defensive core here. Let's see. And I'm going to have to make sure I keep Gardevoir in the back. Not a ton of overall power, though, so hopefully that will be our way of winning this. And Nidoqueen will be able to also take out that Magmortar as well. So I'm actually thinking... What do I lead with? I'm thinking I'll lead with Infernape and U-turn out if I have to into something better. Last minute decision, I changed the Mach Punch on Infernape to Flare Blitz, so hopefully I'll still be able to do a good amount of damage. I realized that I didn't have any Fire Stab, and hopefully I don't regret that decision. I still have priority on Pinsir, and I decided, like I was talking about before, ooh, he actually leads off with the Blissey, so, oh wow, I need to write down the team. I didn't write down the team. He has Blissey, Haxorus, Florges, what else? Blissey, Haxorus, Florges, Magmortar, Conk, and what's the other one? Milotic. So ultimately, I'm assuming he'll switch out here, or he might try to go for rocks. Either way, I have to go for just the safe close combat. He's going to withdraw. Smart play. It's too early for me to really predict. He's going to go into the Milotic. I want to see if this is specially or physically defensive. The way he brought it in kind of tells me it's physically. No, that is actually a 2-hit KO, and I believe we outspeed this Milotic, honestly. Unless it's Scarfed. Well, let me confirm that. We are base 108. Adamant, and Milotic is 81. So yeah, we should outspeed, so ultimately we can get another close combat off on whatever he wants to switch in, or just take out the Milotic right now. That is a big threat gone. That's fantastic. I think. Should be. Yeah, unless we got really low rolled there, but I wasn't expecting us to. So thankfully that is gone. That was a big worry for me, and I want to switch my Infernape out as soon as possible. Let's see what he decides to bring in. Again, I do have to preserve it to take out Blissey. I do have close combat on my Mon. Magmortar, I have the count for that. Close combat is actually an Oko. Is this Scarf though? Scarf Magmortar is a common thing. Looking at his team, he kind of needs speed. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was Scarf, and if it is, it's not the best position for us to be in. I kind of want to switch. Close combat will Oko it. Nothing I really want to switch into though. Okay, I'm going to take the chance, find out if it's Scarfed, and go for the close combat. It is not, so this should Oko according to my damage calcs, and it does, so that's fantastic. We're taking out another threat in the Magmortar. I am so happy to see the Gliscor isn't here, because that would wall this Infernape so badly. I have HP Ice on there for that reason, to make sure the thing doesn't get up a sub, and it's a 2-hit KO on Gliscor, but, you know, I want to be safe. Everything's recording, everything is fine, cool. Alright, so the conch is still there, and that's an issue. Like I said, I want to get, yeah. Honestly, at this point, I'm -3 on my defenses. I want to switch out. A Mach Punch, honestly, at this point would kill me. So I'm going to go out into Cress. Cress is specifically made to handle this Conkeldurr. Knockoff is a 3-hit KO, according to my calculations, on Cresselia. And I can Moonlight up, and I can just wear this thing down. Outside of that, I have Gardevoir as well, but I prefer to avoid using that. And ultimately, looking at the team, okay, Drain Punch. I'll be able to take that pretty well. Yeah, really, really well. So here, I mean, I see no reason why he wouldn't want to just go for a knockoff. I don't outspeed, right? Cresselia has 85. Conkeldurr has 45. So I probably outspeed. So looking at Conkeldurr, it is more weaker on the special defensive side. Size Shock plus Staff is like 120. Moonblast. Moonblast might be the better play. So I'm going to go for that. I was expecting to maybe get a get hit with a knockoff there. He's going to go out into Violet. Now Violet's going to take this Moonblast extremely well, but I do pack the Psyshock. So let's see, it really didn't do much. I'm really tempted to stay in here. Again, I have Mega Pinsir as well to take out the Conch. What else? I have Kyurem with Scarf Ironhead. That could do a good amount here, but I really don't want to switch in. And that's I think the problem with this team is there's not a lot of pivot switches that I can really use. So the point of this is I have to keep up offensive pressure, and him bringing the walls doesn't exactly help me with that. So I think here I can maybe take any one hit. So I'm gonna go for Psyshock. It's not. Oh, that's a crit. Ah. Calm Mind, no. Okay. This could actually be a problem. Florgist, you get any sort of recovery synthesis. Okay. And leftovers. So ultimately, I can't stay in here. Honestly, I'm going to switch into Infernape. If he goes for an offensive move, Infernape is going to be dead. Because that thing is really frail. I'm going to go into Oh God, My Hair. And if not, he's going to set up another Calm Mind. I'm going to be able to outspeed and go for a Flare Blitz. Given that, you know, these things are extremely specially defensive, hopefully that will actually be able to take out. I'm thinking this is invested in defense, so probably won't be able to take it out. Let's see. I have the calculation here. The U-turn is really bad. That's what I calculated because I didn't want to be in on a Florges. But I'm kind of just sacking off this Infernape at this point because I need to be able to switch into Kyurem Black. So I'm going to be able to get my Flare Blitz off. He's not going to switch out. And that almost kills, and we get the burn here, so that's great. The Life Orb and the Flare Blitz damage, and then he's going to be able to Moonblast and kill me, which is fine. Fine by me. So now I could go into Kyurem. I'm not sure if I want to reveal that I'm Scarfed yet. I mean, ultimately, I would probably outspeed this thing anyways. If I get Scarfed into that, may not be the best thing. Actually, you know what? This is the perfect time to actually go for Quick Attack with the Demon Lord and get our Moxie boost up. This is actually a really good time. I did not bring Sword Stance on this thing, simply because I, again, wanted to be able to scout. Quick Attack will kill. Quick Attack will kill, and there's our Moxie boost, so that's fantastic. With Florges gone, Conkeldurr could switch in. Blissey would take quite a bit, especially from close combat. So here's the Conkeldurr. Now, I want to scout. This is why I brought Protect, and also I want to get my speed up. So I'm going to Protect and see what this Conkeldurr wants to do, what Hammer Fist wants to do. Again, that's the reason I'm running it over Swords Dance, because in case he brought something cheeky like HP Rock, or he might even have Stone Edge on this thing. And at +1, I want to calc that. He's going to go for Ice Punch. So at +1, Mega Pinsir. 50. Adamant versus Conkeldurr. Assault Vest, and let's just invest completely in HP and defense. And calc it like that. So return is a guaranteed OHKO. Yeah, okay, cool. So I see no problem going for return here. I outspeed. He might be able to get a Mach Punch off, but this should be a guaranteed OHKO unless he's really invested somehow. But cool. Conkeldurr is gone, which was the big threat I was worried about. I mentioned in the video you guys saw. Definitely was the threat I was worried about. So Mega Pinsir might possibly be able to sweep here. Sending out the Destroy, the Blissey. Again, let's just check calcs. You know, honestly, I don't usually do this, but I want to be sure. Close combat is a 50% chance to OHKO, but we're at +1, so it's a guaranteed OHKO. So let's do it. Close combat with the Mega Pinsir, and hopefully, if things continue going our way like this, let's say he's not Scarfed Haxorus with Outrage or something, then we might actually end up on top with a very good differential here, starting off the week very nicely. Very, very nicely, and then going into our next matches. His last Mon, Haxorus, saving for last, Hex, the Haxorus. Ooh, shiny too, like that. And the Demon Lord hopefully will be able to claim this Mon's life with a return. Let's see, is it Scarfed? What does this Haxorus have for me? It is Scarfed, so he's going to be able to get a dual chop off, which after the close combat might kill. But it doesn't look like it. So we're going to be able to get a return here. And that does kill. So that's going to end the match. A good game to our friend Clooney. That puts us in a very good position going into our battle against the New England Patrats. See, I get those two confused. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday with that match. I'll actually be gone when that airs, but we'll have that match before I leave. So, again, once again, a good game to our friend Clooney. Music is by Audioontics, and if you enjoyed that match and are excited for all the other GFA matches coming in the following weeks, give a thumbs up to that like button down there. Sub if you want to see some more, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.